Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Hydra Only Challenge. Originally, I had planned this episode to be the one where we go and do the Inazuma Archon Quest. However, I didn't expect to have so many events and quests that I need to do before we go there. So, that's what we're going to do today. First, the most time-sensitive of all, events. We have the Dance of Absolute Will, where we essentially have to battle and collect points. Each stage is tailored to different elements and different elemental reactions. And so, having only 3 underlevel characters with no elemental variety, it was really difficult to get even the minimum score of 1000. Here at the first stage, where Geo is the priority, I could only get 498 points. It was only in the Hydro stage where we can use the trial level 83 that I got a decent score of 1780 points and the 80 primogems reward. And then I was about to do Ito's event quest, the Arataki Blazing Armor Beetle Battle Bootcamp. But turns out I need to finish my teapot quest first, since apparently there's Yanfei in the new event. I finished the quest quickly. The quest was mostly just dialogue as we tag along with Yanfei to get an important but rare material for the teapot and uncover a scam related to said rare material. We gave the material to Madame Ping, and ta-da! We finally have our own Serenity pot. I picked a cool aisle layout, moved the main house a little to the side, put the giant Rex Lapis statue at this little corner here. I also put down the furnishing that we got from previous events, this cute little penguin prince, Toxie, and this adorable stabilization mech here outside the house. Let's just put them in front, or maybe like this. They're friends. Inside, I put the group photo that we have from the Roses and Muskets event. Is that centered? It doesn't look centered. Is that centered? Maybe. And the film poster in front of it. I also placed Rina next to them, to farm friendship. Rina, you are going to go here. It's nice that we actually get the photo here and the poster. And now I can go back to Liyue to start the Ito event quest. We meet both Yanfei and Shinobu at the Hoppa place near Wanmin restaurant. They were having a reunion with other Tongwen Academy students, and the Arataki gang tag along. Apparently they demolished Wanmin's restaurant entire stock for a week, so the gang are helping Chef Mao restock for ingredients. We go to Guyun Stone Forest where Ito and Hanakado are helping Xiangling catch some crabs with their onikabuto.
肯定能成为鬼都虫的劲敌。那你们可要让赤红翼楚和金刚身怒面虫王都出点力哦，争取斗翻附近的所有螃蟹。到时候我们就只用弯腰捡螃蟹了，不用追着他们到处爬。
But we see them challenging a freaking Geofish of Hatred with their onikabutos?
是右眼龙蜥，小心啊，放牛的，还有花脚鱼夹。上吧，金刚身怒面虫王，逼迫那家伙拿出全力。
The beetle is so small.
金刚身怒面虫王，居然只用一击就结束了战斗，不可能，绝对不可能！上吧，赤红翼楚，绕开他的手脚和尾巴，尝试攻击他脆弱的度。
And it's done. They lost, of course. What's happening here? Oh, he's afraid of Goba.
龙蜥好像听懂了锅巴的话，竟然直接走掉了。
Goba ended up scaring it away, and apparently there's a story behind it.
旋风刚见面就给了锅巴一头锤。
Oh, that's what happened.
我们走后，据说好几周都没人再见过他。
Ito and Hanakado somehow decided that Goba is the perfect master to study under.
到天崩石裂的境界了。
So they organized a beat battle boot camp to train their Onikabutos. With the Face help, he got both the permission and a poster to promote the event. Now this is where the event really started. There are 5 stages in total, starting with the easiest and ending with the final boss, which is Koba. Now the first 2 opponents aren't that hard to beat, even on their hardest level, Utmost Might. But oh my god, Yanfei. Let's try the Utmost Might. It took me so long to beat her Onikabuto at the Utmost Might difficulty. My beetle kept dying from all the earthquake attacks. I mean, I eventually won, but I wasted like 5 minutes on this one level alone. Oh, you won? That's nice. However, fighting Koba was no better. It gets worse. So apparently, Koba has this special Onikabuto that he's fighting with.
姥姥听说了荒龙甲光烈烈斗虫大修行的前因后果，觉得锅巴可能收徒这件事很有意思。正好有位朋友给他制作了许多园艺机关，用来打理花坛里的霓裳花，名为花语夜月神机。花语夜月神机可以化形为各种动物，自然的融入环境，松鼠、蝴蝶、团雀都不在话下，当然也包括鬼斗虫。
Oh.
师傅给了锅巴一个花语夜月神机，让它化形为鬼斗虫的模样，前来与你一战。
So I began to fight him. The second difficulty, Focus Fight, isn't actually hard. I managed to beat him in 1 try. But the last difficulty, no, that one, is Torture. Apparently, according to Xiangling, we've been fighting it at 0.1% of its strength in the second difficulty, and in the last difficulty, she's upping it to 1% of its strength. So I got obliterated. I tried so many times, wasted like 15 minutes, and I just couldn't beat it. So yeah, after numerous defeats, I gave up. Bro. Next, we're doing the Dainsleif quest. We meet Dainsleif at Angel's Share. We're supposed to be the one commissioning him, but we ended up following him anyways. We went into the Temple of the Four Winds to investigate the movements of the Abyss Order. Most of the enemies here are easy enough to beat. It's just this last enemy that took a bit of his time to do so. We then went to Wolvendom to look for further leads, but there were only a few Abyss Mages here. We moved on to the Storm Terror's Lair next, and there's a Hydro Abyss Mage. Honestly, why are there so many Hydro Abyss Mage in early game?
毕竟我收了你500摩拉，还有3个回的。
We talk a little with Dane, and the quest is done. Going back to Mondstadt to claim my dailies, I accidentally started the TCG quest. What's this? What quest did I... Oh, is this a TCG quest? I ended up spending about 30 minutes on this, but it's done, and the TCG game mode is unlocked. Yeah. Continuing on, I started the next main story quest, Interlude Chapter 1. This is where we meet Shenhe, Yunqin, and Beidou in the main story. So Ningguang is rebuilding her Jade Chamber, but of course, she needs materials. We teamed up with Shenhe to find one of the materials needed, Sunset Vermilionite. After asking Xinqiu about the materials, Xinqiu and Shenhe basically just suggested raiding a dead abbess' house, domain, to get it, and we actually did it. We went to the Sea Gazer's domain, disabled his domain security, and just took the Sunset Vermilionite for ourselves. Now that I'm writing this script, I just realized how weird it sounded. Anyway, Shenhe brought the Vermilionite to the Jade Chamber building site, and as Shenhe rests, we meet Cloud Retainer, who tells us Shenhe's backstory. The next day, we meet up with Yunqin and Beidou, who wants to work with us to get the rest of the needed materials. We go to Tiehe Mountain together with Yunjin to search for Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium. We meet someone from Shehe's past, and it's also here that we get the full story of what happened to Shehe. We got a clue of the last materials that we needed, and we go to get it. We also meet Xiao, and he mentioned danger at the sea. At first I thought it was a part of a different quest, but after the Jade Chamber is properly rebuilt, I get it now. Turns out the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber is a part of a bait to lure out Bish, who is the wife of Osao. We tried to fight her and got saved by Shehe. Shehe drives her back into the ocean, and we tag along to help. And here I made a very pleasant discovery. It's actually not immune to Hydro, thank god. Suffice to say, it didn't take long for me to defeat her, even without using the trial Shinhe here. The UA is saved, Yunjin's doing her opera, and Shinhe's got herself new friends. And with that, the quest is done. Now, we reached the finale. Our last quest before Inazuma, Archon Quest Chapter 1, Act 4. We will be reunited. We first hear from Lan and Gayi that the treasure hoarders had found something in a room that the Abyss Order guarded, so we're going there to investigate. Inside, we find a dead treasure hoarder and an upside-down Venti statue. When we're about to leave, however, we encounter an Abyss Herald. We fight it briefly before it retreats. Outside the ruins, we meet Ainsley. After talking for a bit, it's time to look for traces of the Abyss Order. So, it's been a while since I've done this quest in my main account. I think it's been years. And I have to say, doing this quest in this account is so frustrating. In almost every battle, there's always a Hydro Abyss Mage. And this battle here, I had to redo. The combination of a Hydro and Cryo Abyss Mage and a Ruin Hunter, it's just brutal. Okay, right over, let's move on with the quest. We discuss a little bit about Pioneeria and the Abyss Order's motivation. We find out that the Abyss Order is looking for the eye of the first Field Tiller or Wind Guard, possibly to corrupt a god and make a mechanized god. Cybernetic Squid God of Mass Destruction? Sounds about right. We're looking into the whereabouts of the first Field Tiller when we discover that the Abyss Herald trapped Andreas and is trying to corrupt him. We fight the Abyss Herald again, and the thing is, surprise surprise, it's Hydro. You can just imagine how long it took for me to break its shield with only physical damage. After defeating it, we go to the Slum Terror Slayer again, where the first Field Tiller is. Dainsleeve extracts the eye and takes it with him for safekeeping. We go back to the ruins again with Dainsleeve, and we meet the Abyss Herald again. At this point, I'm really sick of it. Really. I wasted 10 minutes to break its shield. And after that, Ether appeared. We asked him to come home. He refused and said we have to travel all over Tevat. And after saying all of that, they're all gone. Even Dainsleeve is gone. And we're left there with Paimon. And yeah, that's the end of today's episode. I am so tired after doing all of those quests. Wow. In the next episode, we should be able to just go straight to Inazuma. No more interludes or required quests. Thanks for watching, subscribe and like the video if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!